I'm finding what's going on, people? Man, another beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for you too. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Come on. All right, guys, real quick. So, I've been doing a lot of cutting. All right, the past week. You probably saw a couple of videos with the pole saw. Had to do another job, so I took both the Makita and the DeWalt. All right. Now this has been in here probably since Wednesday, so 4 or 5 days, and you heard me always talk about it. Now, look at this. All right, so right here, you're at the minimum amount. All right, and I got half. I always try to kind of keep it just about here, man, just about right there, because the biggest issue with this saw. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. All right, I'm gonna show you. Whoa. Okay, right there. And you probably heard me. Whoa. You guys see? And you've probably heard me talk about this in every video that I've talked or featured this DeWalt. And thank God I put it on this, because sometimes you forget. Now I knew, you know, and if you have this, I'm sure you have the same issue. But I brought the Makita, had the Makita in here to do the video a while back, to do another piece of the video. But good thing I put this on this box. All right, this thing will leak oil no matter, and that's why you always hear me say, now I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of them kind of leak, but most of them kind of leak because they're overfilled. If you have, you know, you fill them up halfway, right, and you know, you don't, you know, store them upside down or like this. Sometimes if you store them like this, they'll kind of leak a little bit. But no matter which way you store this thing just leaks oil like a sieve. All right, like a sieve. And like I said, good thing I had it on this box. And not on my kid's baseball bag. Or I would have been, and you know, wouldn't have been too happy about that. But just, you know, it leaks oil. You know, it's hard to recommend the saw. It has it's not bad. I mean, if you can get it, you know, I don't want to say I wouldn't recommend it. You just got to kind of know what you're in for with it. You know, when I've seen it for $129 bare tool, you know, it's not that bad. All right. I mean, you can see just the oil all over this. It just, the oil system, the auto oil system with this chainsaw is really bad. That's really the biggest downfall to it. And really the only, like I said, I think value-wise, it's not a bad, you know, $129 for a 12-inch. All right. This little sucker and blows it away, not only in performance, but in lightness. Now, this is a 10-inch. All right, this is a 12-inch, but this 10-inch totally outperforms this. But this is $199. I believe you can get this bare tool for I think the kit is $199, and you can get this bare tool either $149 or $129. But $149, I would not buy it. So that's my point. If you can get it for $129, I think it's a decent saw, a decent investment. But I would spend the extra $50 on this Makita. Now you're talking an extra $75. Then you might want to go with the DeWalt for $129. Like I said, you'll save $70. I can see a rationale for that. But at $149 and $199, and sometimes you can get this a lot cheaper. I think they're running, like I said, I think International Tools doing a 10% off Milwaukee, Makita, and Bosch. So 10% off of this. Now you're at $179. So, but it's really not about the Makita, but just it leaks. The auto oil system is just very bad on it. And you always got to clean this section out because the oil just builds up, that all the sawdust and the chips really start filling up inside here. If I was to take this off, and this system is pretty cool, it's easy to, I like this. There's a lot of pretty, the price is the main thing, but I kind of like the whole tightening system set up with it. Obviously it's tool free, but you run into problems with that to a degree as well. Obviously with the Makita, it's not, but it's just a more traditional system. And over the long term, again, this is more of a commercial type saw. This is more of like, they don't even rate this for cutting limbs. This is really for 4x4s. They don't advertise this for any type of, OPE kind of use. But, this system is pretty cool. But you'll see this? This all, look at big chunks. Okay? Just builds up because of that oil. Sticks everywhere. And I just cleaned this. As you can tell, it's very clean. Except for, I used it for, 10 minutes to cut up some small limbs, and it was totally clean. Now the oil does not leak here. It comes kind of out of this area. This is where the leakage is. All right. Yeah, you have it too. I know a lot of people have it. I'll tell you, it's not bad. It does cut pretty good. I was telling somebody, I don't know if it was on a comment or what, this is already this saw's second chain. All right, and this is an Oregon chain. I think I'm going to get a different chain for this and see. I think somebody commented and they said that they changed the chain on this. I don't know which one they got. It might have been, I gotta go back and look. But I mean, it cuts what you want it to cut. It just doesn't cut it as quickly as this, as you saw in the video. I kind of did a video with these two, if you want to go look. Kind of a battle between the DeWalt and the Makita. But again, the biggest issue is really just the oil system, the bar chain oil leaking and just build up with this saw. And I think, yeah. What's up, William? Roger Dawn. Rezgo Resin. Yeah, it's early. I know a lot of you guys, I think it's around 10:30? I don't know, 10:30 or 11. So the guys on the West Coast. But, besides that, and you do get an Oregon chain and bar. Remember, Makita kind of does their own thing. They actually have their own chains. And I'll tell you, if I could find a Makita's, I've been pretty happy with Makita's chains. But anyway, that's really the story of the DeWalt in a nutshell. But for a homeowner, like I said, it's a very easy saw to kind of And it would be great for the homeowner if he didn't. Now, unless this is like, again, you know, comment if you kind of have it and don't have this issue. Again, this was sent to me by DeWalt before this was even released. So sometimes they kind of fix stuff. This saw has been out, I think, for at least 2.5, 3 years. I don't know. I put 2-year review. It might even be 3 years. There should even be a date on this. Serial number, chain speed 25.3 feet per second. A lot of writing on this, but you know, it's held up pretty well. It's a DeWalt, so you know, you get a decent warranty with it and all. It's pretty beat up, but not too bad. This is where a lot of the oil, right here. Oh, here's the date. Yeah, 2017. So, and this was manufactured on the 31st day. Oh, the 50th. Yeah, they got some weird system they're doing. But yeah, see, it's all over here too. Real bad. But you know, they kind of update them, or they do these little fix trinkets and all that stuff. They kind of update them. They kind of you know, if there's issues, they kind of work on fixing them over time. You know, you hear about it with the Milwaukee reps who were kind of talking about it, that they kind of, you know, over time they'll fix issues that some of these tools are having. So maybe you got a 2020, right, or 2019 model and you don't have this issue. That would be great. Let the people know. But this is the 2017 model, and I get a lot of comments with people having the same issue. So, but you know, I haven't really done a video on this in like 2 years. So, but not a bad saw, guys. And again, for $129, it's really tough to get a chainsaw, a cordless, brushless chainsaw for $129, right? But I wouldn't pay a dime over that. Now, if they've kind of fixed this issue with the oil leaking, $149, you know, then I think, you know, it's $50 cheaper. But remember, guys, this is like MSRP. You can always get these, and like I said, the Makita or whatever, the Milwaukee saw. I hope Milwaukee comes out. People have been asking me, hey, you know, we're talking a lot about the lawnmower. You think they're going to come out with an MX chainsaw? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I hope not. I'll be honest with you. What I want from Milwaukee, I want a little chainsaw now. Come out with like a nice 10-inch or 12-inch top handle. And I'm sure they're working on it. You know, Makita's kind of really, they got so many OPE tools now. It's unbelievable. You know, they got like 4 or 5 different chainsaws, right? Milwaukee has one. So they're going to, don't be surprised if not this year, next year, hopefully we see some type of top handle or smaller 10, 12-inch type chainsaw. But I tell you, the 60-volt version is not bad. I like that saw. And it has the same kind of system with the tightening, the bar tension system. You don't need a tool. I think they did a pretty good job with this. It works pretty well. It's just, again, the auto oil system needs total revamping. And again, hopefully the newer ones, maybe they fix this. I don't know. But comment if you have one of these that doesn't leak like a sieve. But this is the 2017 version. So that's it. I just figured I would. Good morning, Frank. APEC. Well, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Jordan Ross, what's up? APEC. John Spit. I have the 16-inch. Yeah, it's a nice saw, John. Really is. You know, the only issue with it is that it's heavy. You know, you got that. You know, unless you run it with a 2.5 amp hour battery, it's not that bad. But you know, you put a 7.5 or a 5. It's, you know, you're adding, you know, an extra couple pounds versus some of these other saws. That's really the only issue. But Leo, what's up? Yeah, I tested William, yeah, I tested the 10-inch a long time ago. I think back in like 2016. I think I have a video on that. Um, yeah, they're fine. They're TTI made. They've been in the OPE realm for a long time. Ryobi, they're solid. They passed Ego up. I don't know if it was last year or the year before that. So obviously they're making decent stuff. Or you can't make crap anymore because word spreads very quickly. All right, so they must be having some success with their chainsaw. But I'd like to try it. I'd like to try their I think they have an 18-volt brushless 12-inch, I believe. I don't know if it's a 10-inch or a 12-inch, but I know they have a brushless 18-volt chainsaw. Fairly new, like within the last year or so. And, of course, they have those 40 volts. But, yeah, I would like to try it. I'd like to see from DeWalt, excuse me, come out with a nice 16-incher, man. We got it in the Flex Volt, right? The Flex Volt. But come out with like a 14-inch and, maybe make it with 2 batteries like Makita does. Because the people who are in the 20-volt, this is really all you got. This is the biggest and only chainsaw that, the world's biggest tool company has out, right? DeWalt. This guy's mowing his lawn here, so it's going to get really loud over here. So, and this has been out, like I said, probably 2017. So almost 3 years or 3 years. So, yeah, I'd like to see a 14 or a 16-inch, maybe with, like they did with the lawnmower. And if you notice now, and I've always been a big defender of that lawnmower, DeWalt's lawnmower, but it's expensive now. And I think that was the main issue why they didn't do it. But now, if you go to Home Depot, Acme Tools, International Tool, you'll see that DeWalt lawnmower with 2 9-amp-hour flex volt batteries as part of the kit. And now, they're saying you get 40 minutes of runtime, 35, 40 minutes. So that mower is got a lot of bad press. A lot of it should, DeWalt's not innocent. But, putting that out with 2 5s, I think they wanted to keep the price down. Because remember, it was $399. And it came with 2 5s. They should have. Yeah, they should have. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough, right? They don't have a 7. They don't have an 8. I don't think a 6 would have made that much of a difference. But, maybe even 429 with 2 6s they should have did or something. I don't even know if the 6-amp-hour battery was out when that mower came out. Now, the Flex Volt was, but obviously we know, and I've done a lot of deals on that 6-amp-hour DeWalt, right? You get 2 for $129. Home Depot had it for like a month. Amazon had it for a month. I know a lot of you guys bought that deal, but I don't know if they were kind of out when that lawnmower came out. But, now they have it with 2 9s. It's a solid, but it's $600 now. So it's like, man. So, it's tough. You can't win either way. But anyway, that's it. Not a bad saw, in my opinion. Would recommend other saws, personally. I even like my 12-inch Makita X2 that runs with 2 batteries. You guys kind of seen it. That outperforms this, and that came out in like 2015. And with that one, you also have, I think, a tool-free system. But and you can get that pretty cheap now. The 12-inch X2. But you have to see the price of that. I think that's like $179 bare tool, or $199. Makita's a little bit, more money, but I would probably get the Ryobi too over this. But I can't really say because I haven't tested it. But it's not bad, guys. It all comes down, just oil everywhere. That's the main issue. And if they fixed it, I think for $129, it's not a bad saw. the chain doesn't move really fast. You know, if you have a 10-inch, that's probably what they should have did with this saw. One day, very soon, I'm going to get a 10-inch bar for this, and I bet you this saw performs a lot better with a 10-inch bar than with a 12-inch. I think it's just a little bit too much for, you know, an 18-volt battery, you know, right? This is an 18-volt. They went with a 10, and, you know, obviously this is a newer saw, so there's newer technology in it. I mean, this saw is just, I don't know if I'd recommend any other saw. I mean, obviously, if you're cutting down, you know, big stuff, you need something bigger than a 10-inch. But for small limb jobs, you know, 4x4s, stuff like that, this thing is a monster. Love it, love it. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the flip.